Well, it's day 44 on the 100-day challenge, and today I'm having another go at something I did yesterday, which in itself was a repeat of something I did on day 15. But I'm going to do it differently. Yesterday, I have drawn these circles on my warp with Inktense pencils, these 3 Inktense pencils, Mango, Jungle Green, Nightshade. I've drawn these 3 circles. Inktense pencils, when you activate the Inktense pencils with water, the colour becomes much more vibrant, and it also becomes permanent once it's dry. They're like watercolour pencils, only they're ink. So yesterday what I did was I got to this stage, very similar layout, exactly the same colours, and I sprayed with water to intensify the colour and also to encourage a little bit of spreading, but I went way too far with the water. So today I'm going to spray a lot less water. This is water, it's not Avon Skin So Soft. I'm going to spray just a little bit so that you can see the changes in the colour. And then I'm going to do something else that I didn't do yesterday as well. So let's see, that's the best way around to do this. So if I hold my hand behind, I can see where I've gone. You can see the colour spreading and brightening on the purple ring. Now let's do the yellow one. You can also see, I don't know whether the definition is clear enough for you to see, I've raised quite a bit of fluff on the wool. This is a wool warp, and the green. Does mean I've been in this area a few times. Right, so that's already a lot less spready than it was yesterday, and the colours have stayed a lot more intense. But there's something else I'm going to do to make them even more intense. I'm just going to grab a piece of blue roll to hold behind. I'm going to go in again with the pencils. And I think I'm going to go in with the green first. I'm holding the tissue behind. And if I do a line with the green, just that line where it's hitting the wet fibres is darkened up significantly. I can see it clearly, I hope you can. So I've put, oops, gone off the edge a bit there. So I've put the green one, the green circle, I'm keeping there at the front. So it's going in, passing in front of the purple one and the yellow one. The yellow, it's mango, the colour is. The mango I'll put also in front of the purple, but I'll stop short there so it goes behind. Oh, look at that. You can see the brightness of that colour. Excuse me while I switch hands. There we are. Oh no, I'm going to go in front of the purple, don't I? Yes. Nice bright line of the mango colour there. What had I done here? Have I done? Yeah, in front of the purple, but behind the green. And then the purple. Keeping behind the mango. There we are. A nice defined line. You can see it very clearly there. And just there. Okay. I wonder whether a tiny bit more green around the bottom here. Right. Now, in the words of Lacey Walker, I'm gonna let it dry or make it dry. I'm going to make it dry with a hairdryer. I can see there has been significant creep, particularly down the threads. This green has come right down into that little bit of weaving that was already done. And you can see both spread up and down the threads here, the purple and the mango. That's all right. That's okay. I was expecting that. What I am pleased about this time is that the circles are still very definitely clearly visible. So what I'm going to do now is carry on weaving up through there. I'll pause the video and start again when I'm halfway so you can see how it's going. I'm using a structure called hop sack, which is like a plain weave, only it goes over and under 2 threads each time instead of 1. So it's more textured. So we'll be able to see the weft yarn. We'll be able to see that more clearly as being ecru, as being not coloured. And it'll be interesting to see what the effect it will give on these circles. So I'll be back when I've woven a bit and video a little bit more. So I've woven up to here and I'm happy with how much we can see of the circles. That green one, which was the one that I did to the front, is very clear. The mango one, a little less clear. Not sure why. It might just be that maybe I didn't go in quite as hard with the pencils, or it could well be that that pigment is not as strong. You never know. You can see the bottom of the purple circle is beginning to appear here. It goes behind the green and the orange, but it's a good strong colour. I'm going to weave on just a little bit so you can see me get to the top of the green circle. And you can enjoy the clattering of the shafts and the unwinding noises of the spool. There it goes. The bouncing of the reed. The clearing of the throat. And the jangling of the bangles. I'm getting to the top of the green circle now. I will have to stop and wind the fabric on before I get much further, certainly before I get to the top of the circle, top of the purple circle. So I'll pause the video, weave on a bit, just finish my set of 4 picks. No, I lied. That's the first 2. This is the second of the set of 4. There we are. And I'll weave on to complete the circles and come back. Just a little bit more weaving and then we'll stop and have a look. There we are. And if I lift all the shafts, it puts that at a slightly better angle to see. So it's done. And it's very different from yesterday's outcome. The circles are clearly visible this time. I like that. I like that. That's what I was hoping would happen today, having learnt from yesterday's processes. What is interesting me now is how this would look with different weave structures. This weave structure, as I mentioned, is called hop sack. it is a plain weave, but it's like a hefty plain weave, because instead of just having one thread going over and under each direction, you've got two. So that's why you get this bigger defined texture. You can see the warp threads much more clearly, because and then that obscures some of the painted threads. So if I wove a structure that was more warp based, which means you'd see more of the warp threads than the weft threads, for example a 1/3 twill, then you'd see more of the purple. I might well do that. But not now. For now, I've had my fun with these pencils, and I've learnt. I'll think of something different to do for tomorrow. Tomorrow I may even go back to embroidering on my first warp, my cotton warp, and come back to some weaving soon.